Good morning to everyone. I'm looking at, I'm going to start from the top of the screen from Kathy, John Donnelly. Hey, John, how you doing? Charity Darrow, how are you, Charity? Good morning to you. Michelle Sawyer is here. Sonia, Joanne Corso, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. I'm going to take a second and have you guys introduce. If I just call your name, just quickly, just say hello. Or you know what? I'm just going to, I think people are still coming in, and in just the slew of time, let me see. Let me just say, Erica Mendelson, how are you? I see.
Good. How are you doing?
Good.
Good
Good
morning.
morning.
It's very noisy around here, so I have you on mute.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. No problem at all. Annie, how are you, honey? It's good to see you. Long time. Morley Mendelson is here. Michelle Levy, my friend. How are you? Good to see you. Lorianne, how are you? Paula, you're all the way from, where are you? From Ireland, huh?
What's up, Craig? Pete here too.
Hey, Pete, you back, buddy?
I am back.
How does it feel to be back?
Well, I got a parking ticket today, so it feels good.
So you finally feel like you're back home.
I'm home. Home sweet home.
They're welcoming you with the ticket. I like that. But yeah, my thoughts and prayers for everyone in India. It's just they're going through so much.
It's really, really bad. Yeah.
And the media is blowing it up so badly, and it's just like it's a bad situation to be in. And I'm talking to friends and relatives, and everyone's pretty much going through this. I mean, I just feel like, we're so blessed to be in the place where we are today right now, and the country that we are is just a blessing. So I'm absolutely stunned. And I want to come back to you a little bit later to ask your experience over there.
Yeah.
Towards the end of this session. Thanks for joining in here, Pete. Mark, how are you? Mark Boundy, you're there.
I am doing great.
Are you the one that came off the mountain bike, or from the?
Yes, I'm showing off my helmet here now.
All right, the orange T-shirt. I love that.
High visibility.
Let me add someone very special that came in. My daughter from Germany. She just logged in. We love when you see your kids come into your meetings. Never thought she would ever come to my meetings. I don't know this 561 number. Someone has a no name, but
Dan. Oh, that's me. I have to log in with my phone because I don't yet have.
Oh, that's you, Eric. Is that you, Eric?
Yeah, that's me. Yep.
Hey, buddy, how are you? Welcome.
Good. Thanks so much.
Great, Dan Goodwin. How are you? I think I have Mahesh. No, that's you.
No, I'm Anjali here.
Anjali,
Hi,
yeah.
Craig. How are you?
Good. Sorry, I just read your name.
I'm just renaming myself. Yeah.
Please do. Paul Becker, the man of the hour, is here. Admiral General Paul Becker. I will introduce you in a second. Daniel Labrod, good morning, sir, to you, all the way from Plano, Texas. Lee Tannyware, how you doing? I missed that face in the last 3 weeks. Where were you, buddy? I hope everything's okay. How's Ireland?
All good, my friend. All good now.
Ireland is good?
It's all good, mate. The weather's just started raining, though.
All right. And that's the smiley face. I see that. The most amazing smile ever. Miss Orly Amor, how are you? Good to see you.
I'm good. Thank you.
We're just getting people letting in, like few people are still in. So I'm just taking the time and acknowledging everybody here. Donna is here. Good morning, Donna. Donna Valerio. Media Mash. Awesome. David Newman, Dr. David Newman.
Good morning. Welcome to
morning.
Fun Friday. So happy to be here.
Awesome. You're going to be on the panel today also. Andre, my buddy. Dean Levine.
Yes,
Good morning, sir.
Morning to you.
Barbara, how are you? Gazala from UK. Oh my God.
Hi, good to be here.
Just full of amazing people. And Nelly, Dr. Nelly, how are you? Susan Younger, how are you, sweetheart? How's Texas doing? Awesome. Randy Tate.
Good, thank you.
Good morning, Randy. How are you?
Doing good, Craig. Yourself?
Good. Thomas, how you doing, buddy? Gennady. I don't want to leave anyone behind. Just before, people could just say good morning to everyone. Kiana, so good to see you. Cynthia, my favorite, the number one, the first person who bought the El Capitan, the C-Suite watch.
Hi, everybody.
Good morning. And Anton Chevalier, Carla, Eric, Christopher, Chris, Malika, amazing guy. Jared Brick, I got something special for you, buddy, today.
Hey, good morning. How are you doing, Craig?
Good, good.
I'm driving, so I'm going to be on mute.
No worries. As long as you're in, you're good. Daniela, Harry Wang, Rakesh, good morning, my buddy. Yeah, good morning, good morning. Shelly, good morning, and
Good morning, Craig.
I think that's
Good morning, everyone.
I think I've acknowledged everybody in the group. All right, let's kick it off with Admiral General Paul Becker. I'm going to read you first. I'm going to introduce myself so everybody knows who I am. So there's no confusion on that. Welcome to Elevate, where strong, high-trust relationships are the foundation of our club, and ethics, integrity, and professionalism are our pillars. We pride ourselves in empowering men, women, entrepreneurs around the world with knowledge and wisdom from some of the world's greatest thought leaders and coaches. Most of you know me. Those you don't, my name is Craig Shah, designer, founder, CEO of Craig Shelly Beverly Hills. We manufacture jewelry, timepieces, and accessories in Switzerland. We have distributor offices in 8 countries around the world. We are a boutique brand and looking to grow. Craftsmanship and quality is our number one strength. We also co-own Goldberg Capital, Aria Capital, and have a real estate and financial portfolio. And I sit on a couple of IT companies that are doing really well. So I have a diverse background, and I try to bring different, I have different revenue streams that I always learn from my gurus, how to put your eggs in different baskets so you can have a great, successful, financially free life. Yeah, that's right. So be adaptable or be absolute is the new mantra. And today's topic is fortune favors the brave. We continue with that. Courageous, bold actions are often rewarded. I know people get nervous and often shy of taking a risk, but keep in mind that fortune favors the brave. You'll never get anything if you don't risk something in life. Now, I'm not saying go crazy and start gambling in a casino, but I can assure you that you will have a good luck if you carry out your plans bravely. With that, I want to introduce you to retired Rear Admiral General Paul Becker. Is a Navy intelligence officer who served our country for 30 years in peace, crisis, and combat. Since leaving the Navy in 2016, he's founded a consulting company speaking platform, the Becker T3 Group. T3 stands for teamwork, tone, and tenacity, his pillars of leadership. Paul is in Annapolis, Maryland. He's a graduate of Naval Academy and has a master's in public administration and a Harvard Kennedy School. Paul is a stage 4 bone marrow cancer survivor and ardent spokesman about overcoming adversities. He's published and author, has a strong social media following and an inspirational leadership message. So Paul, can you please unmute yourself, sir?
Thank you, Craig.
You're welcome. Please, you're welcome to Elevate. And I wanted to just kick it off with asking you just a question that, I don't think I've ever asked you before. What was it like, when you were in combat? Can you just give us a brief couple of minutes on a combat situation that you are involved in, just to get our audience some idea of what that was like?
Yeah, I was scared the first time I was in combat, right? It's one thing to have watched it on TV growing up for me in the 60s and 70s on a black and white console TV. But it's another thing to be in a convoy that gets blown up, right? And you don't know what comes next, right? There's an ambush that follows. You have to take defensive positions. You have to take action to save yourself, but more importantly, your teammates. So it's really scary. Okay.
Yeah, where were you?
I didn't think
Where was
as
it?
scared as I was, to tell you the truth, right? I'd been through training, but training's different from the real experience. But after what seemed like hours, but was probably just seconds, right? That we had training and education to fall back on, to protect each other's, that's when we started gaining success. So initial fear, but then followed by success because we fell back on what we practiced doing.
Awesome. Where was this? And what year was this?
Yeah, this was in Afghanistan. I'd served in Iraq and Afghanistan. This was in Afghanistan in 2000, late 2009. I was there from 2009 and all of 2010.
So that was your first combat experience, real life, and you were scared, but you pivoted. What did you really do? What did you really think? What were your thought process when you were like in there? Like, what did you look upon, fall back upon? Like, obviously you were scared.
Yeah. In time of crisis, right? Whether it's in a boardroom or whether you're in a battle space, you need to have something you can cling to. And for me, it was teamwork, tone, tenacity, right? These are leadership characteristics that I observed in mentors and coaches and friends and people that I admired over the course of my career, right? Let me be a little more specific about what each one meant in that scenario, but you can extrapolate it elsewhere, right? The teamwork. Everyone has a job to do when there's crisis, right? If it's every person for themselves, you get chaos. So we all knew what to do. So I fell back on where were the relationships the strongest, who had what individual role, how did we support each other? And this is the most important. If we didn't trust and have loyalty with each other, the plan would have gone to crap, right? So that's important, and that's part of teamwork. If you read any Medal of Honor citation, right, the soldiers, the seamen, the airmen, the Marines who were awarded these decorations, they didn't do it for themselves or out of sense of bravado. They did it to save their teammates, almost all of them. So that's really important. Then there's the tone, right? I'm glad you used the word elevate, Craig. It's a good word. I like it, right? Day in and day out, all of us are leaders in our own field, and we have to elevate our own tone, right? Leaders have to generate their own morale. So when you're in a combat situation, you need to have a good tone and not panic. You need to stay poised under pressure, right? This is often the difference between those who succeed in crisis and those who wilt. So you had to stay cool and you had to be optimistic. And I'm not talking about Ned Flanders from The Simpsons, Pollyannish optimistic. I just mean we're capable of fighting our way out of this. We know how to do it. We will succeed, right? So leaders generate their own optimism and positive outlooks. And then finally, tenacity, right? Tenacity is not endurance. For those of you who live around greater LA, right? Just driving around the freeways, that's endurance. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about persevering with purpose, right? Knowing what your end state is. Shah, it may be, a particular contract or entrepreneurial goal, for your company or portfolio of holdings, right? In athletics, right? I joined the conversation. There's a lot of talk about golf and fitness, right? There's perseverance with purpose there too. The difference between someone who exercises tenacity, they know what the end state looks like and they will not accept failure en route. And it may mean going through, around, over, but they'll achieve it, right? They never accept no for an answer. And you put that together in a crisis situation, whether it's a humanitarian disaster, whether it's a combat situation, whether it's a financial situation, that you can lean back on teamwork, tone, tenacity, to me, was very helpful. It's something to cling to. I had a ladder that I could climb on and get to a better place.
That's amazing. Yes, I just got some great advice from you there. Pivot on your partners, trust them. Leaders generate optimism. I mean, those are amazing examples. And some of these can, you're right. Some of these can, be in different stages of life in different ways wherever we are. It can apply in different ways. But if we can learn how to, hold ourselves together and have optimism, and you said really well, leaders generate optimism, meaning people are, if you are a leader, you have to have that, generate that optimism within your group, whether it's a small group of people that you have, or a large company that you are ahead of. But if you have that optimism, I think it's contagious, and everybody else will just see that. Very. So I really appreciate that. So tell us one thing that really would you would like to say to the audience, in terms of like how can they, going forward, have like what's the path forward? I know that the world's going through so much, and we're all coming out of this, but what is it going forward? What should be your mantra, and what should they do in terms of um, you know making themselves better?
Well, I think everyone should have the mantra of teamwork, tone, tenacity, right? And you can see that in my social media posts on leadership and overcoming adversity, and LinkedIn and Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. But let me be a little more specific. All of us are leaders in their own right. And sometimes you're leading one person and it's yourself. In one instance, it may be that you're leading large groups of people towards a common goal. And inevitably, every one of us endures failure on a personal level, on an organizational level. I think it's really important tenet when you combine teamwork, tone, tenacity, that leaders realize that they themselves fail, or that others fail, but that doesn't mean they're a failure. Right? One of the greatest leadership lessons I ever absorbed along the way is when I massively failed an operational combat exercise on my aircraft carrier, and everyone was avoiding me like the plague because they thought I'd bring the overall score for our team down. After some evaluators took a look at what we did in an electronic game scenario. And afterwards, when I was scolded by the evaluators, my boss at the time talked to me privately and said, "Paul, I know you have some room for improvement, but I have confidence in you that you'll fix it and that we'll be ready for this deployment." And it made a world of difference to me that I knew I failed, but my boss didn't make me feel like a failure, right? So those three different letters, what a difference it made in my outlook, right? In his magnanimity. And it made me a better officer, a better leader. And that was at about the 20-year point of my career. Frankly, I wasn't sure if I would stay beyond that, but even as I was becoming an increasingly senior officer, someone put that faith and confidence in me, and it helped me the rest of the way.
Amazing. So that was incredible. Faith from your leaders, trust that they put in us, that makes, you such a strong and a better leader yourself. So, if that's something that we all can do going forward, that would be amazing. Thank you, Paul, for all your advice. And where can people find you again? Is there one particular?
Yeah, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Paul Becker, or the Becker T3 Group. Thank you, Craig.
Thank you again for your services. Yep. Thank you again for your services to the country and to the world, and making this world a better place. Appreciate you and everything you do.
And please, shipmate in the future, just admiral, general, that's for, the Army and the Air Force and, the Marines. Just admiral would be great.
Admiral General Paul Becker. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. A virtual clap would be a great thing for such an honorable man. We appreciate you, Admiral. Awesome. I have some great things lined up, some great companies, some great, amazing partners that I want to bring up. Sonia, if I can bring you up the next, if you can unmute yourself. Guys, I met this group not too long ago through one of our ambassador partners, Avital, and they invited me to their warehouse in Oxnard, and it was a massive facility. I don't know, it's a giant facility where they have they had some massive piece of it looked like piece of iron cylinders, but not really. It was actually wind turbines. I met with the inventor himself who invented wind turbines. This is about 9-10 years ago, and then I met with Paul, who is the senior partner, and then Sonia and Brian. My life, I think I just found two new best friends that I've never knew before, like a family members. Like we just got really, really close because we clicked like instantly. And I got the whole concept of what they were doing. They were about to change the world, and they're about to change how we're going to generate the power and make this earth a better place to live on for our generations to come. Traditionally, I'm taking a minute, Sonia. I'm not doing the scripted version of introducing yourself. That's because fine. I think that would be a little too boring.
We did that last week.
Yeah, we did that last time. But traditionally the power is generated through the windmills. You guys all know that. There's a bunch of them in California and all around. There's a pole and there's a fan that's vertical that goes in this way. But what you don't know is it kills birds. It needs a lot of wind to generate power, and what they have designed is going to be revolutionized. And I'm going to give it to her. But let me just quickly tell you, they are the founders, Brian and Sonia. Is Brian on the call too? If you are, buddy, I want you to say hello to everyone. But they are the founders. Yep. Hey, there you are.
Hey, how we doing there, Craig?
Doing great. Thanks for being on the call today.
Absolutely.
Founders of Green Tech, renewable energy company backed by a crypto token. Incredible opportunity. I can't tell you more, but I'll let Sonia take it over from here.
Okay, so thank you, Craig. So what I think that I'm going to do out of respect for this group and Craig's time and the introduction that I was able to get at the last call, if you don't mind grabbing a pen and paper, I'd like to have you all write something down. So first of all, we're a renewable energy development company, and we are backed by a green cryptocurrency, and we're about to take our coin public. So we are wrapping up our final public offering. But I think in talking with Craig, this is what, and my partner Brian, this is what we've decided to do. Monday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, okay, we are going to have a Green Tech Zoom call, and it's going to be about 30 minutes, and it's going to be all about the investment opportunity and the technology. So if you could please send me an email to Sonia, SONIA at GreenTech, GREENTEK.io. Okay. Or if you're a text monster, my cell number is 916-257-1745. And I'll put that in the chat to everyone here in a moment. But basically what I want to do is basically share this amazing renewable energy cryptocurrency opportunity with you. So sorry, they're talking in the background. So, but I don't want to take the time on this call. So again, I'll put it in the chat. My name is Sonia Coopwood. My partner is Brian Figueroa. Our company is Green Tech, and you can look it up prior to the call. It's www.greentech.io, green and then TEK.io. So if you want to learn more about our company and invest in our cryptocurrency before we go public next week, please send me a text with your email or email me your email because I want to invite you to our Zoom call, and that'll be Monday, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So Craig, is that fair for today?
Yeah, I think that's a very fair. I think you and I, we both did a fair service to everybody that, we're not going to do a presentation here like we did last time, but let them come on a call where, you really need to have that 30 minutes to understand what this is. Like I was gone, I decided I'm going to spend an hour with them, but I spent it a day because that's how much I loved it. And that's how much it took me to understand everything. But, in that 30 minutes, if you're really into this and you understand the opportunity, and I'll let, maybe Brian wants to say a word or two to to the audience, but I think it's an amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So can you hear me there, Craig? Perfect. Well, one, Brian Figueroa here, CEO and founder of Green Tech. This is something I've been working on for about 15 years in the renewable energy sector. We formed Green Tech about 2.5 years ago. For you guys that are not aware of crypto or Bitcoin or the blockchain movement, I've been following it and studying it for the last 4 years. And because of this one technology that Sonia was just sharing with you, and of course, Craig, when Craig came out and visited our 55,000 square foot warehouse, that he did meet the inventor. He met 3 PhD, guys on our team. And this is a technology that I've been vetting out for 3 years, guys. Okay, this is not something that we're just putting together. And so after meeting, just like Craig, he's meeting for the first time, I've been driving from Laguna Beach to Oxnard for 3 years and just got inspired. And bottom line is, these guys are revolutionizing the wind industry. Their technology is made by a soy-based, pine-based compound that's 10 times stronger in steel, bulletproof, 15 times lighter in steel, doesn't kill birds like what Craig said. It's only 40 feet by 30 feet tall. And we're going to be building our first showcase for our manufacturer and ourselves right here in Southern California. It's in the little north of LA, 2 hours away. It's on a 120-acre wind farm, an existing wind farm. So the great thing is we're just taking down the old wind turbine, cutting it down and putting ours on top. We believe out of this 20 megawatts of wind that we're going to be building here, wind farm that we're going to be building here in the next 24 months, 4 megawatts will be up and running by first quarter of next year. And we're going to be never looking back. So, so with that said, can you still hear me there, Craig?
Yeah, I can hear you. I just decided to just, open the Green Tech page, just so that, visually sometimes while you were talking, they would understand that this is an existing wind farm that's in place, that they're going to replace it with a wind turbine, which is cylindrical and has, I wish that the screen would move so that it can show them the actual turbine. I don't know if that's possible on the website.
You could see it.
Sure.
You could see it just a little bit, Craig. But so as you're looking at it right there on the left-hand side, you're seeing the vertical axis turbine, and you see a little gentleman below
on the left,
it,
right there. Yeah,
on the left hand. Right? Yeah, on the left-hand side.
There you go.
And very, very, very innovative, very cutting edge. We can't. Already we got people lining up to, not just people, but countries that want to bring this technology to their country. So we're pretty excited. We're very excited about this technology. And on top of it, we're like what Sonia just shared with you, after 4 years of vetting out the technology of just the industry of blockchain and crypto, we're looking at is 98% of all Bitcoin and crypto is backed by nothing. So the great thing about this is we got a technology, we got a project that people could go see it. And this is one of 8 other projects that the manufacturer has behind the scenes. So we know that, one, as a company, we're going to be backed by a green technology, green projects that are innovative. And every time that we put a 1 megawatt turbine in the market, it's going to reduce the carbon footprint by 50,000 gallons of diesel a month in the market. So in the next 24 months, when we're done on this one project, our company as an impact will contribute over 1 million gallons of diesel in the market per month. So we love that as an impact as a company. But on our token,
sorry, go ahead.
But on our token, we are launching. Just in the last 60 days, our social media has blown up from over 10,000 people. We've been under the radar. We're over 150,000 people on all of our social media. So just go to Green Tech Energy Movement. You'll see it in, if it's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or YouTube, or LinkedIn. And then on a positive note, our exchanges, we're launching next Friday. That's our goal. And on Monday, we'll have an update and we'll tell you more about what I just shared with you. And thanks for you guys' time.
No, of course, Brian. I don't know if everybody got what he said. You know what? 1 megawatt plant, just one, is going to reduce 55,000 gallons of carbon footprint. Diesel. Yeah. Diesel that is being burned to produce electricity right now. So imagine how much pollution are we generating and how much we can actually save and make this world a better place. And they honored me to be on the board of honor, advisory board. So I'm very proud that we're going to be making this difference. And there are so many countries, not just people, countries are interested in this technology around the world. And that's what I'm really, really stoked about. So everyone that's a little bit interested should go on that call on Monday at 4 p.m. And we will send you guys a link. And please send emails to Sonia. What you should do is create if you want to, Kathy can create a link and a meeting link, so you don't have to respond to like hundreds of emails.
There we go.
Get indicted with those calls. If you want to, we can set it up.
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, otherwise you're just going to keep answering so many calls and emails, like you won't even have any idea. But
so
Brian.
basically, Craig, what you're saying is I should invite you, Craig, to the Zoom link, and then you forward it to your whole group.
Yeah, either way, that's fine. We can do that too. Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
It's easier. Yeah.
And then Craig, real quick, I just want you to know that I just sent out in the chat everything we just said with my contact information. And Craig, I just wanted to say thank you, and I can't wait to dance with you.
I was doing that last night with him.
Brian, you didn't tell me you were shaking your booty with him last night.
Not just with me, with the Miss Russia America.
Oh God, I wish I was there.
Oh, it was amazing.
She went on to give him a hug and a kiss too. I saw that. I captured.
I know.
But there are a lot of questions that I see people have. But guys, there will be.
And Craig.
Yeah.
Craig, let me just leave with this last part. Guys, I mean, I'll leave you one example. Back in December, another green token hit the market. Okay, these are the guys that understand that crypto is almost like a stock. Okay, and a token hit the market back in December at 6.5 cents, and it went to $3, about 305 in the month of December, and they raised over $950 million. Okay, so with the gentleman that is on our team that you're going to meet on Monday, Matthew Daniels, is a gentleman that I met 2 years ago. He's launched over 100 companies. This is not his first rodeo. He has stopped raising any capital for any more tokens. He is 100% committed to green tech in this one other project. He's putting in all his resources. I mean, he's raised over close to 400 million in the market in crypto. And it's an honor to have Matthew on our team. And this is, I mean, we see some great things. We believe that as we have the right crypto team and the right green technologies, that we're just sharing with you one of 5 other green technologies that are game changers. But this is going to be an amazing ride and something that you guys are going to be proud of about getting involved. But we're closing this round out at 10 cents. And then from there, we see that the market share is just going to gobble this thing up, and we're going to see some great things happening. Be one of the top tokens in the world in the next 2 to 5 years. That's our goal.
Thank you, Brian. A bunch of my, ambassador partners and team members are already on this wagon with us, but we'll learn more. Thank you both.
Can I just say something real quick?
Yeah, of course.
Well, I just want to give kudos to Sonia and Brian. I mean, no matter what level of investment you are, how amazing they are on being hands-on and returning calls and emails. No matter how much, no matter how new you are to this, and no matter what you're thinking, this is absolutely amazing. And if you study it, it's fantastic. But they are some amazing people to at least entrust in, because they are hands-on. Totally hands-on.
Orly, it's a nice to finally meet you, my friend, and you're a sweetheart for sure. I appreciate the compliment.
Thanks, Brian and Sonia, for all your hard work. All these unindicted calls that I've been sending your way, and and you've been handling. Everybody has nothing but love for you both. But thanks for the teamwork and great effort there. So let's continue this. I have to bring, in essence of time, I have to bring my next partner, and he's also a diamond level guy. He's an amazing person. I met him a few years back, and we've been great friends. And now I also sit on their board recently. Randy Tate, are you in the house, buddy? If you can unmute yourself.
I am.
Incredible. Yes. Randy is a passionate, Randy Tate is passionate about human empowerment, and he's the CEO of iFlip Investment, one of the fastest growing fintech companies in the US. iFlip is doing to financial services, and Netflix did to blockbusters. And Randy is a leading and disrupting founder and owner of iFlip. So Randy, why don't you come on board and tell everybody quickly what the company's about and how you founded it and where it is now.
Okay, I'll give you all that in 10 minutes. How about that? But I'll start. I want to stick with your theme. Fortune favors the brave, right? And I want to piggyback right off Admiral Becker and what he said. Sometimes it's scary, but success always follows fear if you move. It always does. And one of the most scary things that exists for humans is the fear of not being right. And so we let our ego get out in front of us, and our ego starts driving the boat because we're afraid to be wrong. So as a company leader, which everybody on this call is, I want to encourage all of you to really embrace what you heard. Really embrace what you heard from Admiral Becker, because that was pure gold. Pure gold. And when you think about that, and you think about your company, what are you doing to alleviate fear to help everybody else have success? And that's where FLIP came from. FLIP is an acronym. It's the Financial Learning Information Platform. We are the only pure AI-driven money management software that exists. There is no other ones. There's robots and there's algorithms, but there's no AI. We're the only one. So what we did is we set out to do three fundamental things. If you think about marketing, I know there's marketers on this call. If you're going to market your business, and you can watch any TV commercial, listen to any radio ad, or look at any flyer, people are promoting one of three things. They're promoting that they're better than the alternative competition. They're promoting that they're either faster or easier to use, or they're cheaper. That's it. It's one of those three. If you can master one of those three, you can have a successful business. But here's a little key for everybody. If you can master all three, if you can do all three of those, if you can be better than the competition, you can be easier to use or faster, and you can be less expensive out of their pocket, you can be disruptive. And that's what happens, and that's why he mentioned Netflix. What Netflix did to Blockbuster, they didn't provide a different end result. The end result is the same. You have to watch a movie. It's the end result. No, nothing fancy about that. What they did, though, is they made the process easier. They made it better. They made it less expensive. We're doing the same exact thing to financial services. We built a software platform, and our purpose is simple, that empowers everyone to preserve, protect, and grow their wealth. We have AI that is driven to beat the market. We're not some brand new fancy mechanism that's going to get you 100% returns a year. It's not what we are. We're about preserving, protecting, and growing wealth. And you can do it right from your phone, you can do it from your laptop, and it's a simple SaaS subscription model. And you'll pay less over time than the industry. Now, the reason we built it that way, and the reason I wanted to acknowledge scary, it was scary. When I left, I was a senior executive at Infusionsoft. I met my business partner, Kelly Korshak, in 2016. And Kelly I always brag about him, he's a pretty smart guy. He went to Stanford's physics program when he was 16. He then graduated early and managed money for some of the wealthiest institutions and individuals on the planet. He wrote the mathematical algorithms behind Paul Tudor Jones, if you know who that is. He ran the entire risk desk for Deutsche Bank. The bank itself handed him $4.5 billion to privately manage with his mathematics. What I had to do was leave a very comfortable executive position that allowed me to commute. I could fly in, do what I wanted, had a big team, had a great company, and agree to not take a salary for 2 years till we got the thing going. Fund the whole thing, get it up and running, and get it out to the world. And last year, Benzinga awarded us, we were one of the 2 finalists for the FinTech Company of the Year. On a global scale, we're now in 9 countries, and we're doing phenomenal things. So in a nutshell, we've taken the principle, we've taken the principle that, fortune favors the brave. That was pretty brave. It was brave of him to get off the golf course. He was retired.
Talk about being brave, Randy, that's a very, very brave move that you did. And look where you got the company without any marketing, organically. I mean, this thing, I've downloaded this app and I'm a user myself. I have an investment over there. Basically, you put the money and let the algorithm decide on, when it's going to buy in for you and when it's going to sell out. So it's going to beat S&P 500. At least that's what I've seen. And yeah, so that is a very powerful tool. I invite you guys to download it, take a look at it and see if you like it. You definitely, you have we all have our day jobs, right? We all do things that I have my watches, my jewelry, my accessories, my Elevate and other businesses. Do I have the time to go out and play with the stock market and, not know the risks of it, right? Or do I let people like Kelly, who are incredibly smart, who have such a background in finance, and they created this app and algorithm, let them create portfolios. So there's an oil portfolio, there is a gold portfolio, there is so many different portfolios, tech portfolio. You can choose where you want to put your money in, and it invests it for you, and it makes you money.
Incredible. Yeah, we call them smart folios, Craig. And the reason we do that is this. People, the term AI gets thrown around a lot. I'm going to give you guys another little tool right here. All AI is algorithmically driven. All AI is algorithmically driven. However, if the algorithm, the formulas in it must be changed by a human, it is not AI. It is simply a mathematical algorithm. The way ours works is every stock and every smart folio has its own unique algorithm trading it. That's really unique in itself, but it goes beyond that. Behind it is multiple algorithms updating the data that the original algorithm has, allowing the original algorithm to change its own rules. When the algorithm can learn and change its own rules, it eliminates emotion and opinion, because we know what opinions are like and we know what emotions do, and it simply roots it in mathematics. And it grows, it learns, it does not decay. So a simple question to ask, do you have an advisor now? And they tell you, oh no, we've got you in a robotic platform. Is it AI or is it robotic? What's the difference? That's what you have to ask. If a human is required to change the rules of the algorithm, it is not AI. It is simply a machine performing a task, which is still better than a human, but not as good as AI. So that's that. And the other thing I like to do for everybody, Craig, and I've done this for you guys before, is we treat this community very special, this one and a handful of others. We actually have almost like a concierge free service for you guys. You can get a one-on-one private walkthrough on your time schedule where you can, work with an individual who will show you how it works. I can tell you that a non-computer experienced person can set the entire thing up in 20 to 25 minutes max with nothing to learn and nothing else to do. So I always just tell everybody on a call like this, yeah, you can go to the App Store and download the app if you want. That works fine too. But if you want to get some private stuff around it, either me or someone else on the team, we'll be really happy to give it to you talk to you about how it works and all that. And I just put my email in the chat. So just email me and tell me where you came from. So
world class team, I can tell you. And guys, reach out to him. It's an incredibly breakthrough. I know Robinhood changed everybody's life in how they trade, and iFlip is about to change everything that the world is going to see in terms of trading. You will see so many other companies doing that, but they're the leaders. And I invite you to, try, test it, meet Randy and his team. Um, Incredible company. Personally known Randy for a long time and Kelly as well. So there you go, Randy. Thank you so much, buddy, for giving us this enlightenment. I have the extreme honor and very, it makes me really happy to see my friend and mentor Jeffrey Hazlett in the house. Jeffrey, are you in the house, sir?
I am in the house right here. I wouldn't miss this for anything. It was great to listen to Randy, by the way. I got to give Randy, listen, Randy's understating his value and what he's doing and how he's doing it. Look, these guys make a shitload, and that's a financial term, by the way, of money for me. I put money in, and I'm telling you, it's up. Stock market bullshit. These guys are way above any standard, way above anything. Randy, you just reminded me I need to put a heck of a lot more money in because I forget. You guys are just making me so much that I forget, and I just let it ride, and I keep letting it ride, and it keeps letting it build, and I just got to go put some more. And let me tell you, you think about what's behind this thing. Kelly, who he's the brains behind the algorithm. He's a savant. The guy's a freaking walking computer. That the IBM shouldn't have called it Watson. It should have called it Kelly. And because that's what these guys have built into it. And what I love is that, before it scares me sometimes in the market because there's certain things that happen in the marketplace and you're in it, and then all of a sudden you don't have time to get your money out. Well, they already take care of that for you, and it's really good. They take it out, they put it in. They take it out, they put it in, and that's it's just phenomenal. And then I get to see the Admiral on here. Oh my God, Admiral, good to see you, brother. I'm so inspired by your messages every day. I can't believe how young you look next to Jay Leno in your post. I follow these folks, but it was great. I know he probably wasn't in your talk today, but nonetheless, it's fun to watch. And you want to listen to a battle-tested leader, Paul Becker, Admiral Becker. There he is, right there, and battle, life-tested too, because I know some of the struggles that Paul has been through personally, and so to see him as strong as he is, it's freaking awesome. And then I got into the tail end. Once you put the quarter in, Craig, this is what happens. You put the quarter in with me, I just go, baby. And
I know. Listen,
yeah.
Here, I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad you actually, endorse iFlip. And I think you, of course, Admiral General that needs no endorsement, but you missed the Green Tech, and I want you to connect.
I saw part of that too. Are you kidding me? I love Green Tech.
Oh my gosh,
absolutely.
We have to. You will see that they will come on board with us, and I'll bring them over to the C-suite and the Hero Club. And I can assure you, 100% that our community will love what they have. Green Tech is just.
All things green. Period. Wind energy, solar gardens, whatever. All those things. I love that they've tied it into the into the cyber. I was running late because my team was giving me update. I'm up $2 million on my portfolio at CoinLion. I don't know if you guys know about CoinLion, but I'm on their board along with Christy Hefner, Mark Eaton, Judge Alex, and a whole bunch of others. And we're up about 40% in the last three months. So it's just been tremendous.
Wow, congrats. That's amazing. Yeah, I got an email from your team that, you're running a few minutes behind, but that's absolutely okay. Well, let's just give some, some golden nuggets.
Oh, and I'm wearing one of the watches.
Yeah, there you go. You're one of the classics, legacy classics. Thank you, brother. Always love and appreciate you. Let's pivot, talk about some, like last year and how we've pivoted from, I know from when March hit and when, we were completely, blindsided, we had no idea this was coming and the world was just stopped. And then I've seen you, I've known you for many years, but I've seen you, how you pivoted personally and how you made this an opportunity, and how you've grown your network and your companies and other people around you. So I just want you to kind of, overall just consider, how did you manage, what happened when it hit, and what happened, how did you pull everybody along with you out of that situation?
Fear. I mean, listen, when you're about to go on a cruise and speak, and then they say you get on the cruise ship and they say get off because you could get COVID and everybody's got to get off the thing. Take your luggage and leave. And then it's like, holy crap, this is real serious. And when they shut down Disney World, you know it was serious, right? And so that's when I looked and said, okay, we got something in front of us that's not going to come back. And so it immediately scared me. And because I had an event, actually, Admiral Becker was going to be speaking at it live on the USS Wisconsin, along with another admiral, a former commander and captain of a ship, and a whole bunch of military leaders. And then boom, I lost it all. I mean, I lost a couple $100,000 that we had put up for the event, and not coming back. I'm not getting my deposits back. I'm not getting anything because this is an act of God. And so, you don't insure for those things. And so I was scared to death, Craig. I mean, just like everybody else. But what do you do when you're looking into that? Like I'm sure Admiral Becker covered, you that's what good people do. We got to go do something. That's what we're in charge of. And so the next thing was to say, okay, what can I help with everybody else? And if I can help everybody else, guess what? That's going to help me too. Because if I'm helping everybody else in terms of saying, look, this isn't about surviving, because a lot of people were talking a year ago last March, how do we survive? Bullshit. I don't want to survive. Who wants to survive an apocalypse and just be the only person hanging around, right? I don't want that. I want to say, no, we're going to thrive, and then we're going to drive, which means we're going to not only survive, we're going to do better. We're going to find a way to get better, and then we're going to drive into the new model. And that's indeed what we found. During this last year, all of us have found that we needed to go digital. We needed to go to a business model that allows us to make money while we're in our sleep, to allow us to not have to just rely on trading time for money, in essence, for a lot of us. And no matter what product you were selling, you could, be selling watches because you can only sell so many watches because you got to see the people and they want to try it on. Well, how do you do this differently? What's the way in which you do it? And every one of us here has had to change that. I see TJ's on here. You got to be able to, he can't even go help me get in shape. He's got to do it through the camera. So all of us had to rethink how we were going to do that and the way in which we were going to do it. And we needed some people kicking us in the rear end. So I'm pretty good at that part of it. I got big cowboy boots. And so I said, that's my job. And
right.
And we dove into it so much, Craig, that I'm having to cut back because I feel like I still need to be in that mode, right? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like never have we worked so hard for so little, right? Everybody's got to say that, right? I think all of us in the switch, it was really, really hard. And what I mean by so little, we had to make some adjustments in our business models. And it cost money for that. I mean, it cost a lot of money to make those changes, investments and the things. Pete Romano's here with his CRM system. I know the investment he's made for the last year, and hoping it's going to be next month or the next month or the next month he can launch. And finally, he just had this great, big, huge, successful, massive launch. And that's what we had to do. And so that's why I say we work so hard for so little. But guess what? We're stronger. We're leaner, we're meaner. Okay, some of us aren't as lean because we did gain the COVID 20 or 30, but nonetheless, we're leaner in terms of the way that we operate and the way in which we're going to go forward. And I'm sensing a whole nother sense of renewal for everybody, a sense of aspiration and motivation to go and get the things done. We personally have added like $1 million in new revenue just in the last couple of weeks. By getting the things set up and doing the things we had to do, and by making it available to create a network which we can bring executives together in a trusted fashion to help them take their content and grow their business, grow their influence, grow their reach, and grow their lives. And that's what we're trying to do.
So what I'm hearing is go out and do that one thing that you wanted to do. Make those power moves. Don't hold back, and don't just go ahead, and this is one life, one chance. We never know what's going to happen tomorrow, but we might as well take those chances today. and obviously wise chances, wise decisions, thoughtful. And obviously if something that you've followed for and pursued it for a long time, don't just let anybody talk you out of it, that you can't do it or you shouldn't do it or it's too risky. There is no, if I've learned something from this pandemic, I can tell you this one thing, guys. You may be just 3 feet away from gold. You may just be 3 feet away from gold. Do not stop. Do not give up, and do not let anything, anybody talk you out of anything. Because and Jeffrey always says, we're, how do you say that? We're the first business responders, right?
We're
Right.
we're business first responders. That's exactly what most of us are. And as leaders, we all are really, whether we're, teaching others to do it or helping others, or whether we're teaching people inside of our businesses to do that. Yeah, you're right. Never stop. I mean, I think that's one of the pieces I would tell people is go, go, go. Don't slow down. Don't let the bastards catch you. So whoever they are, and especially all those captains of no that are even in your own organization. I literally, I have them too, where, well, we tried that, the budget, we don't have the budget, or are you sure you want to hire that person, whatever it is. And so I just move faster than they can catch up. Right.
Right.
And so I send more emails than they can respond to. So all the things I can do to keep that momentum going, that's what we have to do. Right.
Absolutely.
Greg, I call that well-intentioned bad advice.
Say again, Pete, say again.
Well-intentioned bad advice. People that love you, who are concerned, your spouse, your mother, your brother. Oh, don't do that. Oh, you're going to fail. Or what if this happens? What if that happens? It comes from a place of love, and therefore we might submit ourselves to it. Like, it's easy to dismiss somebody that is a hater. Like, oh, they always say that stuff. But when it comes from your mother, father, brother, it's like well-intentioned bad advice.
Yeah, but even the haters, Pete, I like to smile and say, thank you. Awesome. Thank you. And I ignore it. I don't pay any attention. It's like someone once said, what do you do with all the little voices in your head that tell you can't do it? I said, what voices? I stopped listening to them a long time ago. Why would you give them space in your head? Stop doing that. It's painful. It's painful. It's just, who wants to hang around with Debbie Downers all the time? I don't want that in my freaking life. I got enough crap to do. I look in the mirror naked. That's enough to disappointing thing right there. So why would I want to do the other stuff?
Jeff,
the voices in my head are not paying rent. I stopped listening.
Absolutely, they're not paying rent. Hey, Jeff, I want you to quickly take a couple of minutes and talk about the C-Suite Radio and the opportunity that it presents. Can you just touch upon that, like a couple of minutes?
Yeah, I just got through cutting a new promo video for a brand new show that we announced today, live on his TV show. We've got Battleground with Ivan Garcia Hidalgo, and it's a brand new Hispanic show, but it's also leaning towards the right. He's Battlefield. He's a big right-wing conservative. It's the very first political show that we've actually added to C-Suite Radio, and we'll be adding it to C-Suite TV as well. He's got millions of downloads, and it's just absolutely wonderful to be able to down him. Even on the clip when we endorsed him, I said, please, I don't follow your politics, but I sure love the way you say it. And it's okay. And that's what we're doing, is we're adding all these different shows. We're at now a little over 400 total shows on C-Suite Radio, which is C-Suite Podcast. And we're growing by about 450% listeners. If you're looking to basically position your message and find new ways of being able to get business, this podcasting is a great way. TV is a great way. Of course, we all know that blogging, writing articles, and then that has been a long time. But podcasting is still in its infancy, as quite frankly, video TV. You're going to see millions and millions of TV shows created. You're going to see many more millions, X over X from what there was with video on the podcast. Today, there's roughly 2 million podcasts around the world. In North America, about 150 million listeners to 200 million listeners. The average person who listens to podcasts listens to 8 podcast shows a week, or 8 episodes from 5 different shows. And the fastest growing audience for business podcasts, is 55 plus. That's interesting, isn't it? I just think they finally figured out how to download iTunes, but that's nonetheless, I just think that's what happened. But
awesome.
in advertising, I have right now, for those who want to be a podcaster, So I need inventory. I need people. I need podcasts. I need more people with more listeners because we have more advertising than we can fulfill. That's a good problem for us to have. Okay, that's a good problem for us to have.
Orly Amor is volunteering for it already. There you
Oh,
go.
no, I'm my show is coming up. It's called Impact on Humanity podcast on C-Suite. I'm excited to announce it now.
Amazing.
Yeah, Daniel Lebrod's got one on our network. Who else I can see on
Danny's
here?
on fire. He's coming up right after.
He'll be right up after this.
Yeah. Right. So, hey, everybody, this is Jeffrey Hazlett, my dear friend, mentor. Always learns so many amazing things. If you guys don't know him already, if anybody here doesn't know him, you guys welcome to connect with him. Incredible thought leader, and an entrepreneur who's helped hundreds and hundreds and thousands of people around the world. Thank you, Jeffrey.
And for fun, tomorrow is the Kentucky Derby. So if you want to join us tonight, we're all going to be joining on Celebrate tonight at 5 p.m. Eastern. I'll put a link in the chat, if I may, Craig, if that's with your permission.
Yes, please, of course.
If you'd like to join us, today will be Hat Day. So we'll be wearing our Kentucky Derby hats or whatever hat. Mitchell Levy's already well ahead of us. He wears Hat Day every day. He practices Kentucky Derby practices all the time because of who he is. He's such an influential leader and trend center. But for those of you who like to join us, we'd love to have you come and join us tonight. We're going to be doing a little bit of a Kentucky Derby theme because I love the Kentucky Derby. I love to watch horse racing. Of course, I'm a cowboy, so that's at heart. So it's the one day a year I get to dress up. So
thank you, Jeffrey. Of course, and I'd love to invite all of you to C-Suite community. It's an incredible group of people and just amazing entrepreneurs out there. So it'd be amazing. Guys, if you love this content, there's no selling, and I always invite people to bring. So always. Kathy's going to put up a link towards the end of this meeting, or she can put it multiple times. Please give us a review. Please give us, send me a video, maybe 30-second, 1-minute video, or even note like 2 lines, how much you loved it, or bring a friend, next time we do this every 2 weeks. So, there should be a lot of excitement and people love this, I'm getting some amazing reviews and people are asking me to do a television show of it and all that. But all I'm here is to purely provide content, great connections, and meet some great people, guards down, no selling. So you'll see, how this, if you guys are first time or been here before, already. So without further ado, I want to introduce you guys to Gennady. Gennady, are you in the house, buddy? Gennady Katz, are you here? Kathy, is he registered? He may have fallen out or something. Oh, there he is. I see him. Hey, Gennady, how are you?
Well, how are you, Greg?
Good, good. Thanks, buddy. Hey, I wanted to quickly introduce you guys to another partner of mine that is an amazing, he's got an amazing business and an app that he's developed, and it's revolutionizing, how we, it's very much for the health and getting yourself in a better shape, but it's more about earning points for doing the right thing. So Gennady, why don't you tell them a little bit about Fit for Bucks?
Yeah, thank you, Greg. I really appreciate it. And I also appreciate all the previous speakers. Every time I join your call, I'm learning so much. I wish I can take notes fast enough. It's very educational, very informative for me, as well as I'm sure for entire community. So I appreciate everybody on the call. Greg, basically we talked quickly about this last week. But I would like to start not with our company, but with the quote from a very known speaker and author of the book that I really like. His name is Ash Mowry. Not sure if you guys heard about Ash Mowry, but he wrote a book called Running Lean for anybody who would like to start a business, especially in technology world. He's a very known guy. So he said a phrase one time that really resonated in my mind. He said, don't fall in love with your idea. Fall in love with the problem you're solving for other people. Because many people might have good ideas and they spend a lot of energy and budgets and time to develop this idea to find out that really it doesn't solve people problems and people do not want to get on it. So I happen to really fall in love with the problem that our technology solves. And what the problem was, actually there were kinds of problems that we were trying to solve. First of all, there were humanity study done like 5 years ago by CDC. And what the study did, they surveyed more than 450,000 US adults across all 50 states. And the purpose of the study was to find out how much people are exercising or not exercising in the United States. And the results came in shocking. They found out that 80% of US adults are not getting enough exercise, especially now during COVID, but it was done 5 years ago. We're sitting on our butts on Google and Facebook. We're not moving enough. We're not walking enough. We're not exercising enough. And it sets our society for future problems like hypertension, diabetes, obesity, productivity loss, stress. So many problems comes from a lack of exercise. So the question is, how do you improve people motivation to exercise? A lot of scientists have been working on that. And it's a huge problem. And if you look at other studies, it shows that physical inactivity now is the fourth leading cause of death in the world. 5.5 million people die every single year from physical inactivity, which is totally preventable. We just need to get up and go. But the question is how we can do that. So that's kind of a big problem that we try to solve. And in addition, there was another problem that people who are already exercising, like we can go for a walk or a run. When we exercise, we exert exercise energy. And right now, just like a wind energy, this energy is being wasted in the air. So millions of people who are exercising, walking and running, all this energy being wasted. And so what this technology that we designed was attempting to do is to capture this energy that is being wasted in the air, this exercise energy, and converting this into some sort of virtual currency that we can use at the participating health-oriented retailers to buy healthy products, right? So like, for example, we can walk 20, 30,000 steps and convert it to cappuccino from our favorite coffee shop. Or we can walk 50,000 steps and get a free personal training from a local personal trainer. Or we can get, some really 50% discount at amazing Swiss watch from Craig company for 50,000 steps, right? So basically we are gamifying this exercise energy measured by activity trackers or measured by your phones. So what we've done, we developed a protocols, what they call API, that connects to Apple, connects to Fitbit, connects to Garmin, and pulls all this fitness data into our platform. We're tracking all this data, and we are partnering with health-conscious brands who are providing special rewards for our community in exchange for their exercise effort, right? And there was tons of study done. We did a lot of research and development. It was really interesting, observations for us. We're very proud that we're partnering up with really top leading universities, UCLA Anderson and Chicago Booth, who are using our data in their health and wellness research, okay? And also they're very keen on identity research, how we can use this to improve health and wellness of our societies through data, right? So this app does, and I'll be happy to share more, but I don't want to take too much time.
Oh, I mean, definitely, you know what, guys, you can look it up. Like I have 291,000 steps that I can download and use for whatever I want to purchase, within that, the retailers, whether they are local or whether they are, all around the place, like all over the world, like they're online. And I can redeem these points and this is giving such an amazing incentives. Every time I walk, I want to make sure my phone's around with me, or at least I count those steps, and I can earn and I can give businesses to those local businesses, like that need that walk-in traffic or need that support. So I mean, I'm not only supporting myself and I'm getting a better deal, but I'm also supporting local businesses. So what Gennady is presenting is a two-step opportunity. If you know somebody who has a business that would like to be on that, has a product that want to sell or a service that want to sell, you guys can connect with him and be on that platform. There's no charge to be on there. You guys, the app is free, and becoming his partner is free. Basically, your business will get new eyeballs. Like I have Craig Shelly right now has 1.8 million footsteps downloaded by different users around the country and maybe around the world who have in their wallet. So they will choose the right time So I can download the steps into my wallet and choose the right time on when I want to make the purchase, right? And what it does is it gives me the data of and demographics of those clients who downloaded those steps. I get feedback from his team every 2 weeks or something, or every week or something. I get an email saying, Craig, this many people have downloaded your steps, and these are they are male, female, age, gender, whatever that information that they provide in a very cool like a dashboard style, a graph style manner. And I get the data that I never knew. I thought my customer was this, but now I know that my customer is not this, it's this. So when I spend my dollars on advertising, I know that who I need to go after. So that's a very powerful tool that I'm getting it for free. I'm not spending any money with him to do this. And the second opportunity is the company is scaling tremendously and have an investment opportunity. So those who are accredited investors, I welcome you to join, give him a call and figure out how you guys can be a part of this and take, be a part of the rocket ship. So um, Gennady, man, I'm a big fan of what you do, and you're an amazing guy. I loved hanging out with you last night too at the Miss Russia America contest, and we had so much fun. And guys, I welcome you to connect with this amazing gentleman.
Yeah.
And
Thank you.
have a
Greg.
great. Thanks.
I'll send out the link to our website, and you guys can download this app from our website, fitforbox.com. And please reach out to me if you have any questions.
Yeah, put your link on the thing, so people can download and give, if there is an extra bonus you can throw in for everybody that downloads that app, so they can get a head start. I know we did it once for 50,000 steps for people who downloaded, right?
Yeah, we have two kinds of bonuses for people who download app. We provide them a sign-up bonus, like it can be from 10 to 50,000 steps. And if you can refer your friends, you're getting also additional steps bonus. So we're using steps as internal currency, and we want everybody to be mindful of their steps, right? We're not looking for people to become Olympic runners, but just to make incremental improvements in your behavior, right? So if you have a choice to take stairs or elevator, you take stairs because every step counts toward your cappuccino or a shish kebab or a Lancome product.
Or a massage.
Or a massage.
Yeah, I would love to get that. Here, Erica just, champion Erica, you just downloaded the app. Amazing. I have, I'm utmost proud when I see entrepreneurs like you that, bring such a difference. You are solving a problem. You're solving many problems, not just one, buddy. So I'm very proud of that. Okay.
Thank you.
That is a spotlight on Mr. Gennady and Fit for Bucks. But my next person is somebody who's I also met recently, not too long ago, and who's a connoisseur. He's a wine. I think he's sitting in a cellar right now. He's got drums behind him. If you guys can see him, Dean, can you unmute yourself, buddy? Dean Levine.
Sorry about that, guys. I was on the phone. We're always drinking because we're all over the world. I'm a founder of a company called Wake Up Wine. Prior to this, I developed a product that you probably have heard of or used called the Magic Bullet Blender. And I was just on the phone and I had to cut off the call, but the product just won Product of the Year in Europe as the next home appliance. And as Craig knows, I've been running around with trying to remember how many fingers and toes I have.
I know.
The product is pretty remarkable in that it really solves problems, which to me are what really we're looking for. People want to make their life, as was pointed out earlier, people want something simpler, something easier, something faster. And people, they do drink wine, they do drink spirits. In fact, I was just looking at the market opportunity, and it's pretty staggering. And I didn't even know this until Shark Tank's executive producer called me twice. Last year, I turned him down because I didn't want to put the product into the market when I wasn't quite, as leading the company, I wasn't quite ready for that. But the executive producer called back again and said, listen, we'd really like to have you apply, because there's a whole 75-page application. If anyone's that motivated, I'll tell you, it took me 12 days to write the answers, and I'm no slowpoke when it comes to writing answers. Half of the application, 37 pages, is on personal. The other 38 pages is on your business and your mentality about it. But what was interesting, and as I was preparing, they talk about things that they want you to share. I want this percent for this value. So now you have to go back into the market share and say, okay, what is the market share? Well, it's interesting because the global market value, which I did not know for wine alone, is $302 billion. And the global spirit market, which is increasing 35% CAGR, is at $525 billion. That's I just did projections based on the United States when I was presenting it, because if I did something too outlandish, they'd think I was off my rocker. But the whole point is the product works in minutes, so that people who understood that what they needed to do was to create decanting and aeration, but we took it to the next level. The product actually ages the wine or the spirit between 5 and 7 years. And so we took the product on 27,000 taste tests, and even did one yesterday with a journalist from Israel who's the food and wine critic. And he came here and, I said, well, we have to try it. He said, oh, I was with Snoop Dogg all weekend and his wine is awful, but I'll try anything. So I pulled out my $7.99 Trader Joe wine, which is what I do, so that I don't bring out a $300 bottle so that they think I'm tainting it. And he sat there and we poured it. It took about, not 10 minutes, and I had him sample it before and after. And then when he was done, he said, 30 minutes, we're still talking and I can taste the wine in my mouth. It wasn't that way before. What are you doing? And I went through the whole process, and it literally does work. I've taken it throughout the world. I've taken it to Bordeaux, where they don't like Americans necessarily with our technology, but it surpassed both of their expectations when we were with the Cellar Masters. Took it to Spain, to Italy. We took it even to Dubai. And this is where the global thinkers really highlighted to me. When I developed this product, it was really to make every wine become what it was meant to be. Yes, we had the bottles for the product being sold in Napa by Beringer, Paso Robles, San Ynez. But what was interesting is that they brought the product to my attention as they said, do you realize what you're doing is you're creating the next home appliance? And when I was doing this development, I wasn't thinking about it like that. I was thinking about it for all the gal friends and guys who appreciated that every time they ordered at a restaurant prior to COVID, the wine just never seemed to match their expectation, kind of like dating. And so for some people, and this actually solved that problem. It actually, every single bottle of wine or spirit that I put in it, whether it's 2 minutes to no more than 15 for the longest Barolos or Super Tuscans in Italy, Craig will tell you, we met and he's tried it, and I give him zero instruction.
And I'll put the quarter in here, and I'll just tell you that
Can't hear you, Craig.
I'm. Oh, you can't hear me? Can you guys hear me or no?
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, sorry, it's my
Cool, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna stop sharing. I think my computer starts behaving really weirdly when I start sharing. But yeah, so I tried this product, and I instantly figured out this was a great fit for us. And we use a lot of GWP's gift with purchases with our promotions. And I told Dean, like, this is one of the most amazing products. When I had parties at my house, people just gather around that decanter and they just love to see how it swirls, and it creates that wine, gives that, air to the wine, and it becomes, tastes much better. So I tried it and I loved it. My friends tried it, they loved it. So I invited them to become a partner with us, as an ambassador partner. And then we're just rolling out the Mother's Day campaign. And some of the ambassadors have already received them, and some are still receiving it, um, as a gift with their partnership with us. And I think every one of them has something amazing to say about it. When they open it, they just fall in love with it. Dean, I just wanted you to know that you created a great product, buddy, and I can't wait to see that it takes off in a major way. So,
Alex,
and
people here we know in common. Interesting. I'm looking at the chats. Alex actually was another. He lives nearby, very close, and he's on here. And Alex actually had some charitable events, and we actually presented it at their events multiple times, just to help raise the bar for their capital, whatever they were pursuing. But it's kind of an interesting. It works 100% of the time. It really does.
yeah, Alex is literally your neighbor, two doors down, and he's a good friend, great friend of mine too. So super excited. I hope your mom is feeling better, or she's okay. And I know you missed the event last night. And those who are in LA, I invited those people who are very close to me, and there was a phenomenal night. And I look forward to connecting more of you if you're in this area, and wherever we have events. I would send you tickets to those. But Dean, you really missed a hell of a party last night, buddy.
Yes. Next event, I'll commit to being there, and we'll get everybody going. But it's today was I had to get to today first, and
yeah. So anyone who wants to meet Dean and learn more about the Wake Up Wine, or is a wine enthusiast, or knows a winery that you can connect him with, or use it as a marketing tool or sales tool, or GWP, like we connected with him and we did a gift with purchase. You guys, he'll be very happy to work with you, and I invite you to connect with him before he goes to Shark Tank and becomes a multimillionaire or a gazillionaire if he's already not. So thank you, Dean, for that. Yeah, appreciate that. Guys, this is what it's all about. Some incredible partnership, great people, great companies. We need to help each other and promote them and make it work. Like my very dear friend Orly Amor. Orly, you are incredible. You're amazing. I have such a big speech for you. And she FaceTimes me at random times, and 9 out of 10 times I'm eating my lunch, dinner, or something like that, and we still end up taking the FaceTime. And but she's amazing. She's a power connector. She's got a great, she's an author, coach, speaker. What is she not? She's an amazing woman with a great infectious personality and smile. I love Orly. Thank you, Orly. Just take the stage and say hello to everyone and introduce. And
Thank you so much.
yeah, event tomorrow. Let's not.
Yes. Thank you so much, Craig. Well, yes, I do call him and I only have to ask one question. Are you eating? He's like, okay, can I call you back? Should I call you back?
Take you up on that. Drink something.
Yes. So my name is Orly Amor. For those who don't know me, I'm a business coach for public speakers and the only one in the world that guarantees they'll make 150K their first year in public speaking. And that's for entrepreneurs as well. I believe in getting paid for your knowledge. Your IP, intellectual property, is in your head. And if you're going to share it, might as well get paid for it, right? I own a couple of companies, and so I have a publishing house that guarantees international bestseller and more. But I also own a company called the Health and Wellness Network of Commerce. It's the largest growing marketplace, digital marketplace, and it's a platform for health and wellness professionals, practitioners, service and product providers to network with corporate professionals. So if you want to see more about it, it's an app and a website that basically work simultaneously together. And if you think about the technology behind it, it's LinkedIn, Facebook, Match.com, Angie's List, and Eventbrite put all in one. So I invite you to visit it, hwncc.com. I'll put it in the chat. And thank you, Craig, for allowing me to announce my event. Tomorrow is Now conference is happening this weekend, tomorrow and Sunday, from noon Eastern time to about 8 p.m. because we are having an after party. So it's still about 7 p.m. and then from 7 to 8, we will have an after party. We have a lot of surprises and a lot of entertainment coming up. The magicians, comedians, singers, musicians. It doesn't end there. Don't miss the kickoff. That's all I'm going to tell you. Don't miss the noon kickoff for each day because that's going to be really amazing. Lots of raffles, lots of prizes. Really a fun whole day with speakers and we have Laura Langmeyer speaking at the end of the first day. So we're really excited about all the goodies that are happening. It's called the Tomorrow is Now conference because women in general, it's a women's empowerment conference because women in general just like to leave things for later. It's after the kids grow up. It's after I make more money. It's after I lose more weight, whatever that is. I can tell you that we want them to think about today and how to pivot. A lot of women have lost business and hope and more during the past year. And we just want to give them an opportunity to pivot and other ideas of what they can do starting now, starting not tomorrow, but now. So I will put that information in the chat as well, where you can register for free. Or if you register or sponsor someone, you can actually get a Craig Shelley's earrings. Yay. Just before Mother's Day. What a beautiful gift you can give somebody. Not only a ticket, but they can get earrings for Mother's Day. Thank you, Craig, for everything you've done for me. And I hope to return the favor, of course. Thank you.
Shirley, you're amazing. You're incredible, and all the women, not just women, men. You guys all need to send somebody over there, support her. Women's empowerment event, incredible people. She's a great leader, and I truly tremendously appreciate you, Orly. So please put your information in there. So if people want to follow them, and come in, that would be, and send somebody. If you can't go yourself, you can send someone over there. That would be amazing too. Someone will benefit from it. So awesome, Orly. Thank you so much for that. And I want to bring in an amazing entrepreneur. He is very intelligent guy. Has created a program called Break On Through, which I have to still start getting. Is Jared Brick in the house? Is Jared? Are you here?
This is me.
Hey, Jared, how are you? Did you read?
I'm good. Oh no. Hold on a sec.
Okay. Well, Jared has a company called.
I'm here. How are you guys?
Good, good. We were just talking about you, and I was trying to play the video. I hope I didn't interrupt you early while doing that. I was trying to set it up so that we can play it. He just made a very beautiful ad for Craig Shelley ad. Actually, it's a Break On Through ad, but it shows Craig Shelley promotion on it, like that. When someone comes in and he's incentivizing people. That's a great example of how you can incentivize and close better sales and bring people in. So Jared, if you have that video, I think I would announce it. I'm not able to show it myself because it's somehow creating disturbance in my Zoom. It's not liking it.
I'll paste in the link. Yeah, I'm on a cell phone right now from a studio. We're in a video studio. My client is patiently allowing me to give you guys a little bit of time here. So thank you. Great call, and thank you again. The Admiral, hearing from Jeffrey and all the other speakers. It's awesome. And I really feel grateful to be included in your community right now. So, one of the things that I just want to bring up today is, like, out of everything we've heard, media is like the core function of how these things grow, spread, and people find out about it. So that's what we do. I've been doing Brickhouse Media since 2013. Last year during the pandemic, I made a pivot move to work with this company, PitchHub, which is a video software company. So today we're shooting real estate videos here in San Jose and Silicon Valley, sharing media and getting people up to speed on how to create media that's engaging. We know that static posts just don't do it anymore. You're getting 5 to 20x return on video versus a static text or photo post. So my whole world is supporting entrepreneurs. If you're someone who needs to use media for your business, or startup companies or founders or solopreneurs that need media, please reach out to me. And we have an online course called Break On Through. It's a 6-week program to take people who are stepping into that leadership role now. And Barbara just jumped in. She's one of our active students right now. And we're doing a promotion with Craig Shelley to gain a watch during this period for signing up for the course. So again, if it's for you, for your startup company, I can think of some amazing ideas for green tech. And if you have colleagues who are like, that they would be great creating media for their personal brand or their business brand, that's what I'm all about. That's my MO.
Anyone that needs a video, anyone that needs an amazing video. I wish I can show this to you guys. It's only 30 seconds, but I just fell in love with it. I'm going to post it on Facebook.
I'll put it on the chat too. Yeah.
I could do it if you want.
Yeah, can you do that? The latest one that he did.
Put it in the chat here, or send it in Whats, and I'll share my screen.
Yeah,
put it in the chat to make sure people can play it on their own device also. Yeah.
Should I do it? Or Jared, you're gonna do it, right?
I can't do it right now from where I'm at, but I'll post the link. I'll post the link afterwards.
The platform is fantastic. People need to check it out. It's really awesome. I can't wait, Jared. I'm just getting over this hump, but I can't wait. Like, it's hysterical. It's awesome. Yeah, totally.
Good.
You through WhatsApp, Kathy, so you could probably
post. You did in Whats? Okay.
Yeah, I think it's easier for me that way.
Okay, sure. Send it in Whats and I'll share it.
I just did, so you can share it. But yeah, anyone, it's a great way to promote your business. We're consuming video like nothing else out there. Like we're gonna be using the way the world sees our message. Obviously, we're the youngsters, the millennials, the Gen Z, all these, they're only going to understand that language. They're not going to understand our traditional language. So if you have a business that needs a great video, you know what? Meet this guy here, amazing guy. And Kathy, if you're ready, show them the video. Is it coming through?
It's still downloading. Give me 1 second.
Giving you a second, no problem. But Jared, take that 1 second and talk quickly about Break On Through. Just one.
Yeah. So, I was thinking of a way of like, how can I help support entrepreneurs, business professionals, startup companies, people who are building a personal or business brand, launch themselves by leveraging media. So I created a 6-week program. It's with myself and 4 other experts. And it takes you through all those steps you're going to need, from your purpose, your story, your brand, and then your business strategy over the next 6 to 12 months to allow people to engage with you. And I always say, it's when you get off the stage, you really have to focus on this as a strategy. We want folks like Orly to help you get on the stage, but it's really when you get off the stage, you get rushed with people coming around you. How are you going to keep them engaged over time with media and content? So that's really my bread and butter. That's where I love supporting people to do. So that 6-week program gets you up to speed in the philosophy, the implementation, and starts you using that muscle of media to develop it. And then once you're up and running, you can hire a virtual assistant or someone else in your team to actually implement these strategies.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Kathy?
I'm getting it. We're good.
All right, let's play it. Let's see it. I mean, all of that he did in no time.
No time.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
I gave him the assets. I gave him the shots.
You give me an asset and we will turn it around faster than you'll shake your head out. And it's not, and the speed is one thing, because you want to be able to deliver to people quickly, but it's really knowing what are we going to do quickly that we can pivot on. And then there's longer term projects, obviously, that do take longer to build out, obviously. But it's really about delivering quickly to people. They don't have a time span to wait for your assets for weeks and months anymore. That time period's over. So you got to be able to deliver quickly, whether it's video, web, landing pages, lead magnets, email funnels. We got to be able to do that effectively. And that's really, I'm actually one of the few people that have won a business award for innovation and efficiency. So you're talking to the right guy if it's related to media.
Jared Brick, everyone.
Yeah.
Welcome to connect with him for those needs. Thank you, Jared. Appreciate you.
Thank you, guys. Have a great call.
I mean, I have just people one after the other, lined up, incredible businesses. And I mean, you might think that, where are these, like how it is, just when you like attracts like, if I put the right energy out, I attract the right kind of people, and that's what it's all about. And I'm dedicated to making all of these businesses, helping them and making them successful. But a little while ago, Orly connected me to this amazing gentleman. His name is Dr. David Newman. And Dr. David Newman, are you in the house here? I think you are.
Yes, I am. Right here, Craig. Thank you.
He's based in New York with a heart of gold. He's a surgeon and an incredible human being. Wants to make a huge difference in people's lives. And I want him to say the most of what he's doing, but he has a great startup and I'm very happy to be a part of it. I'm going to make sure that, we do everything that we can to bring him into the spotlight and to get his business out there, which is very well deserved. So Dr. Newman, father, husband, amazing guy. I've really learned to know you better. And every time we talk about it, he talks about his kids and his family, which is something really, touches my heart too. So why don't you please introduce yourself and Pop Doc?
Yeah, sure.
Yep.
Craig, so happy to be here and just having the opportunity. I appreciate that. And so, when Jared's talking about assets, it made me think about, our key assets are really our physical health. And as an orthopedic surgeon for about 20 years, I was trying to help people understand their bodies and regain their physical health. And so having these assets and being secure in your own body is really so important. And as great as surgery is and was and still is, it's not necessarily the cure. It's not necessarily all that encompasses restoring your own happiness by losing your pain, by getting back to a functional level of existence. So it's the rehab and it's the understanding of your joints and then doing the right things with them and for them to help you, your family, your loved one, maybe your elders feel better, function better, and stay happier. As you know, in this country, the diabetes epidemic, the obesity epidemic, the opioid epidemic, a lot of this is based on musculoskeletal dysfunction. And musculoskeletal costs are around $1.7 trillion a year in this country. Businesses spend about $1 billion a week in musculoskeletal disability. And so I think there can be some tremendous change to all this through really better understanding of our bodies and then empowering, engaging, and motivating people to do the right exercise at the right time. As Gennady was saying, walking is a tremendous component to gaining better health, but it's not necessarily the end all and be all. If somebody has a specific muscle, bone, or joint condition that they're working on, sometimes they can't walk, or walking only solves half the problem. So by offering safe, simple, and effective exercise therapy solutions to businesses, to elder care facilities, to doctors' offices to help fight the cardiometabolic issues in this country is where PopDoc came in. And so I'm a retired orthopedic surgeon. Secondary to a musculoskeletal issue and injury, like 25 years ago, I hurt my thumb. I had surgery on it. It did great for 25 years, but it didn't last forever. So I kind of pivoted, reinvented myself as somebody who wants to help on a bigger scale through the safe, simple, and effective SaaS platform or subscription as a service to these facilities. If you have employees that you want to reach out to and offer them as a benefit, 5 or 7 minutes a day, a new routine, build your resilience, create a new habit, have that grit and what it takes to achieve joint health security, being able to hold on to your bodily joints and age gracefully and live the fullest life, not being held back by your physical losses, your physical disability. So Craig has been very embracing of me and my company, and I'm so appreciative of him and really everybody on this call just to listen and to want to help solve that global epidemic problem of musculoskeletal dysfunction, because we all want to fight against chronic pain. Nobody likes chronic pain. It takes away from your livelihood and your happiness. And we can get there working together to really reach out to those people who are in need, whether you're underprivileged, whether you don't have all the assets. And with COVID, with no gyms, no fitness facilities, comes right to your phone. It's about 5 or 7 minutes a day doing the right things to help you kind of, reach your goals when it comes to musculoskeletal health. So thank you for listening.
Of course. So, basically you are solving a problem. You're solving a major problem, and there's a major, following that would need this kind of, there's a group of men and women out there. They're, aging, and they're also not just aging, but they have this disorders and they need that help. And fixing those problems is going to fix a lot of other problems in life, such as financial independence or not becoming a burden to the society or whatnot. There's so many other opportunity that this PopDoc business that he has started presents. And we are building a new app. We're going to be part of the thing is we're going to be revamping the whole website, the new app, and his offering is really the core and to the heart. So the business is to B2B. So there'll be a B2B model and there'll be a B2C model, which is a SaaS model. And we will offer that as a service so that, people who are in this area or of need, or employers who can offer it to their employees, they, to have a better, healthier lifestyle will benefit from this. So it's going to be a journey, but it's an incredible opportunity. I just wanted him to be known to everyone that is in our circle, in our groups, and you'll see him more and more. He'll be at the golf tournament, and we will all be excited to present a lot of, hush hush, but we'll be presenting some cool stuff at the golf tournament. Did you want to add anything, Dr. Newman, or?
No, I just, I believe in the concept of health span. So health span is a really important I guess, mantra to live by and live through. You don't want to be brought down by canes and crutches and wheelchairs as you age. You don't want to necessarily be burdened by pills and shots and or having to have an aid near you to help you do your activities of daily living. So by living with a true desire and really a purpose to be able to live with less pain and to be happy in your life, playing with your kids, your grandkids, and doing the things you enjoy, whether it's skiing, playing golf, or climbing mountains. Whatever brings you joy, you can do it with the right knowledge and action. It gives you that power to succeed.
Absolutely. And together, we're also going to be making a big difference. We just connected yesterday with a charity based in New York that we're going to be helping. It's an educational based charity, and can't wait for the partnership. So part of the things that we do is we do a cause based marketing program with all charities, like small and big, national or regional or international for that fact. Whether it's India, Liberia, or Uganda, we help them equally, just as we help people over here in the United States. And this is the beauty of this program, that the ambassador partner program, that each one is so giving. They're all giving and servicing and helping already those communities. Now we're going to enhance those. I believe Dr. Newman is really going to be out there to making a difference, and I can't wait to be on this journey with you and see you up in the spotlight and shine when Pop Doc
It
becomes.
is awesome. Yes. With your help and the community that you are surrounded me with and you with, I'm very grateful and just optimistic on the future as well. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I want to introduce you guys to another amazing partner. He and I, we became buddies, and we became workout partners. We missed our workout this morning again. I woke up late, partied too hard, Dan. Dan Lebrod, guys, I want to introduce him. Dan, I have a big thing written down for you, but I think it's the best if you say it. And I would definitely want to touch on Lawrence and how we're helping that charity.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, my name is Dan Lebrod. I own Ovation Health and Life Services in Plano, Texas. We're an employee benefits firm, really focused, a consulting firm. We focus on getting rid of the overspend and the profit leak in employer health plans, and providing, getting better care, better quality of care at a lower cost for employers as well. Because there is a high healthcare crisis in America, and myself and a lot of my colleagues are fighting against that, and fighting against the healthcare systems, the hospitals, the overpricing, the high billings, et cetera. So anyways, insurance is boring. You can watch, I got a new podcast that's on C-Suite Radio and soon C-Suite TV. We're bringing on vendors and solutions that really talk about some of the things we're doing. But talking what Craig talks about, first of all, got one of my watches on, love it. One of the things that Craig came to me about, I'm involved with a lot of local charities, and I'm in my community. I guess I could say I'm kind of a community leader in Plano and even Dallas. One of my friends, Lawrence Mann, I'm on the board of directors for Top Achievers in Plano. And I'll give you a quick background. Lawrence, amazing guy. In fact, if you ever bought a bag of Frito-Lay chips and they did all the smile ones, a lot of you seen those with the faces on there. Well, Lawrence is one of those. So he's a good friend of mine, and he started, so I was in leadership Plano with him a few years ago. We became really great friends. He's an amazing guy. But his story is he started Top Achievers, and his story is that, his son was in the hospital dying and he wasn't going to make it. And he prayed to God and said, if you save my son, I'll devote my life to kids. His son is now in his 20s. He's an amazing mentor. He was a collegiate top basketball player. All his kids actually are freaking amazing. But he dedicated his life to kids. And back in 1996, he started Top Achievers. And Top Achievers, because of basketball, he said, I'm going to help kids in middle school to high school that are having a difficult time in life or through school. We're gonna help them grow and get to college through sports and basketball. That was it. So we created this basketball program to get kids focused on sports and then back into school to really be a part of their lives. And now I can't even tell you, I don't have the stats in front of me. They've helped thousands of kids get into college, thousands of scholarships. They've done amazing, amazing things. And then 2 years ago, we opened up esports program. which actually, Lawrence called and said, hey, my son's a big video gamer, of course, like every kid. He said, hey, your son want to do it? And my son freaking fell in love with this thing. So he's going to the Microsoft store and they're playing games and meeting all these new kids and they're doing these esports competitions. We got some great partners. So that grew.
Yeah.
Now we started this mentorship program where actually Lawrence's sons were the first mentors. They're mentoring kids in middle school, true mentors, where they're helping them through school, talking to them once a month, twice a month, helping them get through school, get their grades up. We have people on right now. The stories are amazing what they're doing. And my son, we're not at risk, right? Kids are not at risk. But even my son talks to Lawrence's son as a mentor, and it gives my son someone to talk to. So this program was starting off. So, this is not, I try not to brag. I don't like to brag about myself, my company, but I decided this was so great. So we underwrote the program this first year. Now we're trying to raise money because it's growing. We have so many mentors, so many kids coming in. So we're trying to raise money to really build this program because now the program's getting so big, I can't finance the whole thing myself. So this is where we partnered with Craig, and he brought up this, cause-based marketing. And so we're about to launch, I think this weekend, the Craig, Shelly and Top Achievers to raise money to do the jewelry, raise money. A portion goes back to the company. And this is the thing, if you've got these charities or organizations you're interested in, this is a great opportunity to take a very high quality product, but to be able to use that to give back to the community. Because I know this for a fact. I get hit up all the time to give money. Most of my friends do. And a lot of people say, yeah, it's just a donation. It's a donation. Some people like that, some don't. But when there's an opportunity to say, hey, I'm going to give a lot of money back to an organization and get something quality for it, this is a great opportunity. So, this partnership is great. Lawrence has jumped on it. It's just been an amazing journey so far with this. And we're real excited to launch this weekend.
Dan, he's such a humble guy. He doesn't want to talk about his business. He doesn't want to talk about what he does, but he wants to talk about his faith. Is where he believes in, what kind of charity that he's supporting. That's humanity. That's just incredible. And the more that I've known him, and the more that I've known Lawrence, and all his work that Lawrence has put into this, and how Dan's been underwriting this all this time. And our program is just very simple. People do purchase. There is Mother's Day, Father's Day, holidays, birthdays, Thanksgiving, Valentine's. There's all kinds of days all around the year. People make a purchase. But who do you want to support? If I'm buying something for someone, my loved one, and if they are supporting a charity that I love, I'm going to give my business to them. And that's money found. This is found money. So we're going out with Dan to his partner, his charity partner, Top Achievers, and we're going to say, hey, we're going to give you a chunk of the money back from the sale proceeds. We're happy to keep the wholesale cost. That's okay. We'll keep the lights on with that. But, we can give back. If this mentality grows, and, just imagine how many charities and support, people, and we can make difference in so many lives. I think it's an incredible way to give back. We're all successful. We're all business owners. But at the end of the day, we all have our social responsibility, meaning, leveling some of these fields, people who don't have a chance, give them a chance. And that's what, we're all set to do. And a lot of our,
I was going to say, we always talk, in our area, everyone's very connected and everyone helps each other. We always say around here, it takes a village. And that is just whether it's running your kids to soccer and trying to balance out everyone's work schedules, it takes a village. But, you and I talked earlier this week about, the power of community and connection. And I've always had that power of community, and I really went out there connected. And then when COVID hit and I was involved already in the C-suite, but everything turned to virtual, I've never seen that connection and that community get so big so fast. It's been amazing. And over this last 12 months, that big national connection and community it's transforming my local community. And it's also made me even more connected within my community to do more things, to grow more. And I think that's, Jeffrey talks about it, driving and thriving, but it's about all of us working together and all of us connecting and sitting here. Right here, there's 50 people on a call and we're all connecting. And a lot of us, I'm thinking, how can we help? How can we get together and do things together and collaborate and make things happen? And that's where change happens. And that's where great things happen. So again, that part, community, connection, working together. This is just an amazing thing you're doing, Craig.
Thanks, Dan. I truly appreciate you and all of you who are making this difference. I do want to introduce a couple of people, but before that, I want to give a big shout out to Kathy and Barbara. Both are here. Kathy is just tremendously amazing woman who has been. She's in Mexico and she's in, and I want you guys to connect with her. She's a violinist and she's a musician, and she has such a great heart to give back to people and help people and charities. With Kathy, we're supporting a charity in Mexico. It's called Vemos. Vemos. I can't speak it very well, and I don't want to miss. You're muted.
Vemos con el corazón.
There you go.
With our heart.
So what happened was I was at the pre-Oscar event, and there's this Latino television that wanted to interview me, and Mini, you were with me over there, if you remember. We were at the pre-Oscars, and they interviewed me, and they asked me, "Do you support Latino groups?" And I said, "Yes, we do in Mexico." And then I showed them the logo on our website, and then they said it means I see through my heart. So this is a charity for blind people that I really am amazed at how Kathy has connected with them, and we're almost ready to launch that partnership. We're in contract right now, so we will get that launched very soon. And Barbara here just recently joined us. She's facilitating all the she's a charity ambassador partner with us, and she's facilitating all the charities. So she's been on many calls with Jay, Dr. Newman. We were with Jay. Barbara was there, and also with Lawrence and others. She'll always be helping. So Barbara, big shout out to you. I want to introduce you guys to Susan. Susan, are you here? Where are you?
I'm here.
Hey, Susan, how are you? Thanks.
I'm great. Good to be here with everybody today.
Hey, Susan, amazing person. Great, very welcoming smile and personality. She's the more that I know you, the more that I love who you are and what you do. So why don't you take a moment and introduce yourself to people who don't know you already?
So I'm Susan Younger here in Dallas, Texas. I'm also part of the Lone Star Council that Dan leads within C-Suite, and am thrilled with all the connections of others here I know through C-Suite and Craig's group. I am happy to be an ambassador with him, and I'm working with a charity called Alive at Last, who helps and empowers women who have been trafficked and exploited in life to help them find their purpose and be able to live a life that really supports them. And we're looking to launch a couple of different things with them. They've got an event coming up in May, and then hoping that we can engage with them on a longer term basis as well. What I work with in life is how you communicate to others and how you make those connections, both in your day-to-day life, so that whether it's because of the changing events that we've had, that everybody is only getting to see that face-to-face on a Zoom over the past year, they've had isolation. Using the bank code personality, it's how you engage and make that connection at the start. And I'll be happy to put in the chat a way that you can crack a report for free that's a $97 value. It takes less than 90 seconds to do. And we also have AI that we're working with. I'm talking to Jared and his company and a few others about how they can use it to expand what they're doing in business. But to me, one of the most amazing things is how it's changing family lives when people start to recognize that the person they live with or have been working with, they see through a different lens when they really understand the point of view they have in making any decision to engage. So I'll share that quick.
Yeah, please. Susan, I think I want to do sometime when you have a chance, I want to do a Facebook Live or something with you, because I think it's really important to show people what you actually do. And, it gives you a little bit more time than just this 2-3 minutes here, or maybe 5. But I want to actually focus on what the program is, and people can, those, I love those cards, and I've done with Cherry Tree and with you as well. So it would be great to learn about, that, and for the people to know about that, right?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Absolutely. So fun. And thank you for giving me this short time. I know you've got more to share.
I got a couple more people. That's about it. And then I want to acknowledge everyone that's been here. and thank for this day and time. I'm running a little bit over my time. Usually I end by 11, but this was, it's just great, and I couldn't stop myself from giving everybody the time they need. But Susan, thank you for introducing yourself and giving us the value. Um, I have this person next is, she's like a sister to me, Mini Garcia, if you can unmute yourself. Such a humble, very sweet woman, very family person and giver, a healthcare and a financial guru, I consider her. And Mini, why don't you speak about yourself a little bit, please?
Hi, thank you very much, Craig, and welcome everyone. I'm so proud to be part of Craig Shaw's family. I'm also an ambassador with Craig Shelly, but most importantly, I am a physical therapist of 30 years. Dr. Newman, we've worked with Dr. Newman's situation for the most part. But what I found out is when I got introduced into financial industry, I had to go back to the healthcare industry because there are a lot of healthcare workers out there that are not being helped in the financial industry. And they too do not have the time to look into their numbers and to their finances because they're so tired helping a lot of people already. Until one day they turn the tide and they're now on the other side of the bed. Instead of the one taking care of them, they're now being taken care of. And finances is always an issue. So that has been a crusade of my heart. So I call it a healthcare to wealth care. I provide seminars and webinars on financial information for all healthcare workers. But of course, healthcare workers have families that are not in the healthcare industry. So we were able to reach them out. Our focus in everyone, not just the rich people, but then those the ones that are being left behind. And so that's if you would like to hook up with me and anybody in the healthcare industry, let's help them. A lot of them are really struggling at this point, and that they're the ones who took the biggest hit because they went out there as our what do you call this, the heroes during the time of pandemic. And some of them did not quite make it, but some of them are struggling and still back in the fold of healthcare system because they need to, not because they want to, some of them, but because they need to feed their families. And so if they're aware in all those financial ways to save and to protect their families, it is not going to be a need for them to go back, but just because they really want to serve. And there are a lot of them out there. Thank you, Craig, for giving me this floor.
I welcome you guys to connect with each other. Like, use all the platforms, connect with me on Facebook, with each other on Facebook and LinkedIn. And that's where we get to know each other better. And it doesn't matter, you may not need somebody's help or services, but you may know someone who does. And that's the power of association and power of connection. And Mini, I would also love to do a bit more elaborate version of what you do in life on the next Elevate, or maybe one of these days on Facebook Live or something. Without any further ado, I want to introduce the last but not the least partner that is on here. Eric, are you in the house, buddy? I couldn't leave without acknowledging you. Eric?
Yes, I'm here, Craig. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Amazing entrepreneur, a great guy. I just came to know him a few months back through Kathy, and what an incredible energy this guy has, and I believe in his product, and he wants to give back. He's making an amazing coffee, and Eric, why don't you take the stage and introduce yourself and tell everybody who you are and what you do.
Thank you so much, Craig. Well, thanks so much for allowing me to be here. But, again, my name is Eric, and I'm actually the founder of Brewed for You, a coffee and supply company. And what I strive to do is not just supply businesses and individuals with a healthier choice of gourmet coffee, but really the other pillar, and probably the more important pillar that I am currently building, is working with people, or working to hire people with special needs by hiring them at my company. The more my company expands. So, for example, if you have a business, a hotel, restaurant, cafe, and you take my coffee company on as your supplier, not only will you receive price benefits and discounts and so on, but you'll be contributing to a cause of helping to employ, through me, of course, helping to employ people with special needs. And the overall objective, of course, is to decrease the unemployment rate within the disabled community. And that's actually what I've been striving to do for the past year and a half. And now that the COVID is essentially dying down and everything, I am trying to pick up my feet a little bit and reach out to businesses and see if they're willing to partner with my company and ultimately contribute to the cause.
Amazing. Eric he wants to employ people with special needs. I mean, what a great cause and what a great mindset that he has, and how he's going to make a difference. And everybody's voice should be heard, and they should get a equal attention as everybody. Everyone's equal. So I mean, I will definitely support you, Eric. As you know that we have great plans together. We want to figure out a way on an ongoing basis so that our community can try. We're going to give away some coffee every time we do a raffle or something. We're working on it. As soon as things get in final stages, we will announce a winner every other elevate, maybe every elevate. We'll see how that goes. But thanks, Eric. You will be speaking at C-Suite. Also, you'll be introduced at C-Suite later today also. So stay tuned for that. I just want to have one last person, and then that would be it for the day. My brother, Antoine Chevalier, an amazing individual, a giver, a blessed person. He's a doctor. He's been a White House doctor. He's got a very big resume that I could keep going on and on. But I truly know that he is changing lives. He is helping people. I've seen videos after videos after videos of people crying and breaking down and telling people that how his therapy is changing their lives. So Antoine, can you unmute yourself, brother?
Yes, brother. How are you?
Thank you. Where are you?
Good. Oh, it's a beautiful day today, and we are in Washington, D.C., as you know. So thank you for being here and inviting me here. And I do have my partner here also, Kim. So we have a solution for autism, and the new website is www.spectrumsetfree.com. And Kim is one of the beneficiary, and she decided to go to the next level with me. So we just partnered, and it's going strong and fast. So what we can do is offer investors to invest money into saving a family from autism. So there's a lot of families out there who don't have the income to pay for a session. And as you know, my situation, I gave so many sessions to people who are homeless, etc. So we have the solution where people can bring money in. We guarantee them 20% rate of return over 2 years. More like a CD, and maybe of 20%, it's a high rate of return. Mm-hmm. And it's allowing us to get in, help the family, and let's just say they spend $500 or $1,000. Just say they spend $1,000 a month out of pocket for their kid. Now we solve the problem, okay, permanently, which we know how. And instead of spending $1,000 a month, then they give us $500 a month, and a portion of that $500 goes back to the investor. And that way, it's a win for the family because they are free from autism. It's a win for us because we are the provider, and it's a win for the investor. And then what we would love to do is to have you to find a way so we can actually offer a watch or something, even it's usually women, the mothers who are very much involved into their children who suffer from autism. But as you know, autism is a family issue. It's not only the kid. We treat the child, the mother, and the father. And we are going very strong with this program right now. So we would love to have you on board if you're into it.
Absolutely.
And making a real difference, okay? Real difference. It's all functional medicine, no drugs, no side effects, no surgery, none of that, as you know very well. And that's one aspect, autism. The other aspect is going very strong, as you know, is to treat for free homeless, suicidal, PTSD, drug addict veterans that are in the streets. And we successfully get them out of street and get them out of mental illness. And also sex trafficking survivors and criminals. But so we have different social impact programs that we put. So we have another website also, which is www.heal.llc Limited Liability Corporation.
HealLLC.com?
Yeah, HEAL, heal.llc. That's the one LLC. Yeah, and then the other one for autism is oh, there is no .com. It's sorry, heal.llc. That's
Oh,
it.
LLC.
Yeah.
I'm just putting it in for you. I know you are on the phone.
No.
Heal.llc. Okay, got it. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. And then the other one is www.spectrumsetfree.com.
Spectrumsetfree.com.
Yep. Spectrumsetfree.com. So we are about to make this public with this investor program where you make money and save a family from autism. That's the idea, and that's making a difference.
First thing is get to know him, get to see his videos. What is he doing? You know, how he's changed. And he has truly changed hundreds of lives. He's saved. I can assure you that he has saved many, many lives. And if you can do remotely, I do have someone in LA that I would like to sponsor myself. You know, I will support it myself, and maybe you can treat that kid. You know, he's a
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
connect with parents.
Actually, well, because of COVID, I have been forced to change the model, and I do things remotely now. Yes.
And that's what I, you know, I know it in person it's a lot more stronger, better, you know, but you know,
Yeah.
that's what I wanted to introduce you to everyone. I can't wait to see you at the golf tournament in September, brother. You're an
Yes, my brother.
heart to heart connection, of course. And all right, that summarizes everybody. Barbara is the newest addition in the family. Barbara, you're so amazing. Just take a stage really quickly. I want everybody to know you're going to see this face more and more and more because she's going to be on every call that I do with any charities. She's going to be a part of that call. And she is making sure that the process flows through very easily. She's going to make sure that everything falls in place, that the launches are done properly, and the social media posts are going out properly, that my team is properly providing all the assets and taking care of it, that Kathy is posting everything on time, and that sales are happening, and then the charities are getting paid, and all of that will be in your wheelhouse. She's an amazing entrepreneur herself, and we can't wait for her to succeed in her goal. She's also an ambassador partner. Very proud to have you on the team, Barbara.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure working with you, and your program is amazing. I enjoy every minute of it.
Such an amazing woman. It takes, you know, both Kathy and Barbara, you guys, I have to tell you, even if it's 11 a.m., 11 p.m. in LA, which is probably 1 a.m. where they are, and I still get a WhatsApp reply. I'm like, why aren't you guys asleep yet? And I see emails at you know 2 a.m. their time, and I'm like, why are these people not, you know, replying to people at so late? But that's the dedication that they show, and that's what, you know, the team gets stronger and stronger every day with people like you. So I'm really appreciative of you, and thank you. I just want to acknowledge again my dear friend Orly. I want to thank all of you, Charity, for sticking around and staying for all the way. um, Dan, you're an awesome guy. Dean Levine, Larry Walters, we miss you. I saw you come in a little late, but buddy, you're amazing. Your steady straps are with me. I'm gonna send them out to some friends, and there you go. Charity is showing off her steady strap. um, Great guy, Dean. I love this guy. Such a cool guy. um, can't wait to Annie. Oh my gosh, Sister Annie, where are you? Such a blessing you are. Great woman, financial advisor now, and she's in part of the team. She's a leader now. I hear some great things about you, Annie. Um, if I'm missing anyone, Erica, Joanne. I mean, you know, Joanne, what do you do quickly if you want to just say hello to everyone?
Absolutely. Well, for so many years, I've been helping raise funds for people's projects. And I came from a background of a 20-year pharmacy, family pharmacy. So since COVID, that came full circle. And now I help hospitals and doctors and everyone else get nitrile gloves. Very large lots of nitrile gloves because we know what's going on in the world. So I am working very strongly on that. We're also raising money for a COVID-19 company for antibody. That's
Awesome.
all natural. That's not going to hurt anybody.
Why don't you connect me with me after? I have 2 or 3 people that I would like you to connect with within my circle that will make a difference, whether you can work with them, you know, either way. That would
Okay.
be beneficial to me, to you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Acknowledge Ghazala Zabeen from all the way from UK. Gazala, how are you? Say hello to everyone quickly.
Thank you so much, Craig, and what a fantastic event that you've put on. And I just got to say, I will be sending that little video to highlight the importance of meetings like this, physically not only being able to see the faces, but to the incredible success people have taken their passion into the marketplace of meeting the market need and demand. And I'm just excited, as you know, Craig, we're talking about our next generation research center and what we're rolling out globally that's about to change the world. So we're going to be bringing you some exciting news announcements and everything about life science, energy, environment, education of today's world and the big change that's happening for the next generation communities around the world. Thank you, Craig.
Thank you. Thank you. I can't wait to. I saw the video. It's very, very exciting. But I just wanted to acknowledge you. You're, everything. Hope everything's well, and we will look forward to connecting. I look forward to that video. Thank you for that. Andre, how are you, buddy? Thanks for coming in and staying tuned. And I can't wait to launch our partnership. We're almost there. It's on the
very cool.
Final. I think the site is live, shop.craigshelly.com. So it's going to be an extension of craigshelly.com. So Craig Shelley
sure.
Stay there, but shop.craigshelly.com will be the Shopify site that will be the engine that runs the e-com. So my marketing team, I have to circle back with them on the paid advertisement. So why don't you tell quickly in one line what you do?
Oh, sure. Of course. Thank you, Craig. I appreciate it. My name is Andre Archambault. I'm here in New York City. I've lived in New York City for almost 24 years. I'm with a division of the USA Today network. We're basically a digital ad agency that can do anything from what, like Craig was mentioning, Google Shopping, all the way to website creation, to Facebook ads, YouTube ads, you name it. Thank you, Craig. I appreciate the opportunity.
We can't wait for us to launch. They're doing targeting ads for us so that we can drive traffic to our site and convert them for sales. So I'm excited for that partnership. Okay, guys, I think, Winky, we met yesterday. Amazing woman. Eric was on call earlier. He had to leave a little bit ago. And we had a great call yesterday. I loved chatting with you. You're an awesome person. I'm glad you made it today. Appreciate that. And I hope you found value in what we do. And I don't know what part, when did you join in, but we had some great speakers in the beginning and then some partners and some new companies that we introduced. Awesome. Great to meet you. She's in Bay Area and she's an amazing entrepreneur with a podcast. So I'll book myself on your podcast once you send me the link. And I think, Paula, thank you. Alex, L. Harris, Gennady, Harry Yang, thank you, buddy. Kimberly, I want to acknowledge every one of you. I think Minnie Garcia had to leave. Dean, thank you. I went about 20 minutes over today, but I packed everything as best as I could. I hope I was able to give value. Hey, there you are, Paula. What time is it in Ireland? It's about what, 8 p.m.?
It's 20 past 7.
Oh, it's 8 hours.
Oh, early. I know, I just looked tired.
The sun is still out there, huh?
Yeah, the sun's still shining, it hasn't set.
Awesome. Okay, and I want to acknowledge Lee Tunivari. I think he had to check out, but he was there earlier. He's an amazing partner. If I'm missing anyone, please forgive me. I hope I was able to give you guys value. If Kathy, you can put that link one more time. Whoever is still on the call can give us a small 30-second, 1-minute video, or just even a blurb. Just type an email back to us saying, hey, we enjoyed this session and we got some value. I'd appreciate it. If you are a Craig Shelley partner, you already have the watch, so I would appreciate testimonials on those. And if you're not, you need to find out why you need to be one. So I'm not. It's all about fun and meeting great people and putting them in touch with others and accelerating their business. So with that, I'm going to thank you all. Thank you for this session. Appreciate it. Let's do a mind and yoga session next time. I want to do a yoga session that can, 15 minutes, not more, that will really, really change and open some great, stuff in your mind. So thank you, everyone. I look forward to connecting with each one of you. One-on-ones are welcome. You have my link, and I wish you all the best. Happy Friday, and God bless.
Thank you.
Thanks,
God
everybody.
bless
Have a great
everybody.
weekend.
Bye, everybody.
Appreciate it.
Bye. Thank you.
I would like to thank you, Craig, for inviting me. This was very extraordinary. I'm sorry I joined late because I had the Zoom challenge today. Had to go out, come back in because some more reason the audio video wasn't working. But I look forward to connecting further. Maybe in your next meetup, I can listen to more people, but it was great opportunity to connect with everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. It was very nice talking to you. I really enjoyed our chat yesterday. And I can't wait for our, for our second 2.0 meeting. But thanks everyone. Larry, I always like to stick around till the very end and thank everybody and say give my best to everyone. But have a wonderful day and let's connect soon. Yeah. Okay.
That's good. See you tonight. Yep. Bye-bye.